As you guys know, I've been working on verifying the next top one, Grief, for about a month and a half now, since May 1st. I haven't played it every single day, but I have tried my best to stream it as much as possible. So we've totaled out to 30 streams so far. I want to make these videos once a month instead of every 30 streams, but I only just recently changed my mind on that, so this first one's a little late, and I'll only be covering the streams within the month of May. The next progress report video will continue as normal in early July, and will cover all the June streams. But anyway, in these videos, I'll be sharing, obviously, the progress I've achieved during the month, how it's going in general, the changes I've made to the level, and for fun, I'll throw in some clips from the actual streams. So these won't necessarily be the same as my typical highlight videos, but they won't only serve as progress videos either. So this is my first month of Grief. You may be wondering why I started it 9 months after the full showcase dropped. Firstly, if you know anything about mid-August 2023, you know we expected something pretty huge to happen in the following months. So yeah, Ice Cave and I wanted to wait for 2.2 to get everything fixed, considering the game was going to work completely differently, and especially with the 240 input polling lock in 2.2, there was no use in starting before the update. And by the time the update did come out, it was difficult to even get started because of that same 240 input polling lock we talked about. But eventually, Sizzy released the click between frames mod, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. But if you're not, it allows us to basically bypass the 240 lock without messing with the physics. And this was exactly what Grief needed. So finally, on May 1st, I was ready to start verifying this thing. I had a total of 19 streams during May and racked up 55,000 attempts. I came into this knowing it would be the beginning of a long journey, and I set some goals for myself. My goal for the first month was to get the second drop to 100, and the first drop attempt from 0. So on stream 1, I started going at it with my first ever full practice run of the level. Here we go. We're doing it now. Stream 1 of Grief. I think it's possible right now. I think I fixed everything. First practice run of Grief. Let's go. So, I mean, I know how to play it. So it's not really my first practice run because I know like how it works. But like I haven't done like a full practice run. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It's just like consistency clip. Bro. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's a little hard. That beginning is like very high CPS. That's definitely the most spammy part. And then you get to a slow part. I know I'm gonna hate this part already. I'm probably not gonna buff this part out. Like even though these gaps are not hard, like the ending gets really tough when it gets fast. It's doable though. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time to get used to this part. Oh no, I went up in the wrong one, bro. Oh my god, I keep dying the last one before I set a checkpoint. Stop! Okay, I did it. There we go. And you go to the drop. This part's actually not that bad, I feel like. The pre-drop is really hard. I wanna get past the pre-drop like by June. That's the goal. I love this part coming out. This part's pretty easy. So this is like a kind of a break, I guess. Alright, now we're back to slow part. And it's pretty chill. How much harder is this than Akron? Probably a good bit harder. I will say, I'm not gonna try to make this like mega forever top one. I feel like if I beat this like at the end of the year, that's enough difficulty. I don't need to stretch it. Okay, we got this. And then now we're here. This is where it gets really hard. This is probably gonna be the hardest part. Oh my god, bro, I'm already sweating. I feel like this wave is harder than the last one. Not much to say here, I feel like. Alright. I have to lock in practice mode, guys. Last part. I don't know what's gonna happen when I get here. The last stretch here. And then that's it. So that was 468 attempts. Okay, let me just tell you guys about something real quick. That's a joke a while ago I suggested, since you're supposed to like, I mean originally you just went down here, right in the wave. I suggested you go in here. Oh wait, the spikes? Wait, no, the spikes are... How did I just do that? I don't even know how that just happened. What? But yeah, I was like, let's do that instead. But I didn't actually expect myself to want to do this. Honestly, the hardest thing here is getting in between this gap. Well, I'm just banking on, since it's gonna take me a long time, I'm hoping by the time that I verify this, clicks between frames will just be in the game. So I'm just gonna start verifying and click between frames and see what happens. Wow, we did the whole 95 to 100 chat. Let's go. You know what? At the time I started this, it's like somewhat likely that December 19th is gonna be the day I beat this. I mean, anytime in December basically, but not specifically the 19th. But like that's very likely to be the date, which should be really funny. because that is the day I beat Slaughterhouse. And I mean 2.2, you know, a lot of things happened on that day. I want to get 66 to like granite tacos or whatever. I don't know the percent. 66. I want to do 66, 76. That's all we need. No, oh my god, did I actually die there? Oh, come on. Right, at that the part, like at the end of this wave, I have to like look all over this screen constantly. It's kind of satisfying. Like my eyes move so much. This is just gonna be my life, like for the next 6 months or something. As for playtesters, I feel like the only time we need playtesters for this is gonna be like to see difficulty. Because I mean, are we really gonna go and be like, all right, let's make this a good level? I feel like that's just not on the agenda in terms of like gameplay. No, oh my god, you stupid idiot! It's like easy. No way, bro. You, my god, choking so hard the run. Oh, holy fuck. No, I died immediately. 65 to 77. I will take it. That was the first stream of Grief, basically just a little run through of the level, I guess. And as for changes, not much was done other than a few fixes, but I did buff this wave release in Iris. Oh yeah, you probably aren't familiar with how I refer to each part. Let me just break it down real quick. The first wave is the intro. The long mini wave after is the pre-drop mini wave. The drop wave and ship are Triplash, the creator. Everything within the consistency spam waves, or 35 to 44, is Cuber, also the creator. The next slow part that I just mentioned I buffed is Iris. After that, at 50% is River. This part is mostly made by Mercury, by the way, but I refer to it as River because it's just easier. The first part of the extension is Burgadaz, all the way up to the second drop. Starting at 65%, we have Griefer. Then the super fleshy, awesome-ass part is, of course, Grenade of Tacos, or just Tacos or Grenade. Everything after this I just refer to as the last part, but the last wave is definitely considered separately the last wave. So make sure to take a picture of this or refer back if you need, because I'll be referring to these a lot in the future. So after stream 1, I actually tried to get some progress, and I ended up getting 88 to 100, which is the entire last part. I also started trying to progress from 0, getting 1% more each day. Oh my god, okay. I got 8.00, but I got, it counts as 7, I guess, because that's how Geometry Dash works. You should put 8.00 in the title, though. 7.99999. It said nope. Rob Top rounded it for real. Some changes I made at this point include buffing the last click in the duel before the second drop, so it's basically an actual timing now, because I added a saw. I figured this would make it quite a bit more climactic, but still not super annoying because it's still easy, kind of. I moved these structures in the Iris wave closer to each other because it was really easy before. And let me tell you, by the way, selecting this was torturous. For everyone that hasn't verified a level, and Zoink because he just adds fixed hitboxes, selecting the shit you want to change is the hardest part about a verification. Screw playing it, selecting everything when you want to make a change is the hardest part. I love how GD, I feel like GD knows what you're trying to select and selects everything else first. Alright, I just needed to throw that in there. Anyway, I buffed some of Triplash, which luckily had its structures linked, so I could select them easily. For some reason, I felt the need to buff the absolute shit out of River's part. Maybe I could do this. I don't think this is the click I should be buffing, though. It's hard enough. But is that like a good thing that I should, you know, let's try it. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. I should just like go like this. Now, this is also pretty easy. I'm gonna move all these. From 65%, I still had only gotten up to the beginning of Grenade of Tacos. Oh my god. 79, let's go. But on stream 4, I actually passed the Tacos wave from 65. Oh my god. Holy fuck. No way I did both waves. The main difficulty of Grenade of Tacos is the wave from 79 to 82, but I did buff this wave after to make it not free, and some changes to the beginning to make it more consistent. I also tried to make the Cuber wave a little less free, but it didn't really stick for obvious reasons. With all this time in the editor, I came across one of the weirdest bugs I've ever encountered. What the fuck? How? Check. What even is this? Why am I... Time warped. How is that even like, literally, how is that possible? Did I have Eric Van Wolderman fucking 20 times speed, bro? And of course, I got my daily 1%, getting to 8 for real this time. My god. A problem I encountered with this level, not with the level itself, but in real life, my finger would slip off my save device frequently and slide across the edge, which is sharp enough to hurt quite a bit since I'm clicking pretty hard. Fuck it. Oh my god, that hurts so bad. Oh my god, my whole fucking finger is like fucked up. It's a little blurry, but I would literally leave a tissue on my desk to wipe the blood off throughout the stream, and it was an actual problem. No, I'm just, you know, theming myself around the level. Wait, I'm like method acting. I'm method verifying. Yeah, literally blood was shed. I'm gonna put that in the verification video. Blood, sweat, blood, and tears. Is that the order? I fucked that up. Eventually, for some reason, it stopped happening as much, and like now it's not an issue, but for a while around this time, it was pretty painful. That didn't stop me from making buffs though, because I was determined to make this level impossible, I guess. So let me do 15. Is that why? Or now, did I just make it really bad? Did I make it impossible? I feel like that's impossible. Let me look at the layout. That's definitely impossible. That's how, this is how, damn. There's just a block gap there. We'll do like 14 or 16. Alright, this click has no timing. There's a saw here in the layout. Let's just add like this. It's fine. It's like a little baby block here. You know, we don't need that. Alright, this guy's gonna have a bigger spike, which, I mean, this guy's scaled, so let's just do that, and we're good. Should be good. So this is the jump you have to do. That's kind of hard, actually, but we're gonna make it harder. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2. To be fair, I included quite a bit of nerfs as well. I made this ship after the taco's wave easier by moving the saw out of the way. I made this wave transition better by removing the hitboxes of the ground spikes. I nerfed the intro a bit. I came to my senses and re-nerfed River entirely. I removed the player flashing effect in some parts of the intro wave, and we found a ghost hitbox in Burgadaz. Why is that killing that? I'm fucking clipping that and playing in slow motion. Nothing kills me, bro. Why am I dying? So I'm wave, a mini wave, and then I'm dead at like next frame for no reason. Like this guy has no hitbox. It's set to no touch, but maybe it is just a bug. So, I mean, let me just, oh, what? Yeah, I'm actually bugging. Why does this show as no hitbox? But I guess it's, I don't even know what the fuck just happened. Let me just see it as its own thing. Does this have no hitbox? I swear it does. Oh my god, this game is actually so bad, like I don't even know what the fuck is just happened. Negative scale, ooh, you might be right with that actually. Probably is. Yeah. Damn, that's it's a rough one. I understand it now. One thing that I specifically didn't want to make changes to was the consistency clicking part at the end of the pre-drop mini-wave, because it was something that I knew was super difficult but possible to get consistent at, and I kind of like the idea of grinding consistency on it. However, the transition into the 3x speed portal was at a pretty awkward position. There's like a sync fix thing here, which makes it so like you fucking start triple speeding like, on the way up, like halfway, and it's awkward. So let me do triple speed here. I should go back to double for like half a block, just so that would correct it. That would probably work. Okay, that was a lot of talking about changes, which has a lot to do with the fact that we're at the beginning. So hopefully the changes will slow down later. But once again, I cleared the tacos wave from 65. Oh, fuck! And got my daily 1%. Oh my god. I died at something horrible. The next stream started with the chat talking about an exposal that I hadn't heard about yet. There's like a few people just said Paco got caught cheating. That makes sense. Multiple people. This can't. You guys cannot organize this. There's no way. Is this real? I can't. Let's see. Clicks twice. I didn't even read that. I just said it clicks twice. This is worse. This is actually more poorly edited than Paco's Space CK video.
2022. I think you should.
Yeah. She's cooking so far. Man, I'm confused. That was just 0 and 1 frame. It's moving too fast. I can't pay attention. Zoink verified. Silent club step. I just saw 0 and 1 frame. I should sit there and actually pay attention. Zoink would be the verifier of like 5 top ones in a row. Tidal wave, Avernus. Is it like the whole fucking top 4? Tidal wave, Avernus, Acheron, silent club step. First victor of silent club step is me. Let's go. Yeah, we'll take that, bro. We take those. Videos deleted. Fucking Demonless came to his house in fucking black suits and sunglasses. Got got that shit taken down. Besides that, I got 10 again, sadly, but still fulfilled my 1% promise, getting all the way to 17%. Alright. Since I passed the intro wave, my 1% goal didn't really matter to me anymore, and I stopped focusing on it. Instead, I started focusing more and more on the 65 to 100 run I wanted to do. I got my new best run to 100 as well, from 85, and I also nearly got to the last part from 65. Oh my fucking god, dude. Almost doing Griefer and Tacos in one run was pretty crazy, and I decided to start multi-streaming this on my Twitch channel to broadcast the verification to as many people as possible. So if you would like a much more chill chat, definitely head over to my Twitch to watch the streams because YouTube can get a little crazy. I started playing the pre-drop mini-wave in full more often and was a lot better at it than I expected to be. After getting 18%, I started focusing on the second drop run. I almost exclusively played this part for the rest of the month, but got a few good mini-wave attempts from 0 in between this. Alright, we got 20. Since I was playing the second drop more and more, a lot of changes came to it. I nerfed this last mini-wave click in the Griefer wave to match the original layout. I don't know why some things were changed randomly from the layout, but I wanted to keep the second drop similar to the gameplay of that version. That's just what I knew, like that's the first thing I played, that's what got me excited about this level in the first place. I rearranged the portals and spikes at 85% to match the layout because it actually worked properly back then, and just became weird and inconsistent after decoration due to the portals changing position for some reason. I buffed this ball click at 78% and buffed the last wave in Grenade of Tacos. I guess those last two buffs were kind of just to make everything that wasn't the Tacos wave not entirely free. But cut back to River's part now, I re-nerfed it even more. Definitely not the last re-nerf though. On stream 9, I finally got to the ending from 65. I cleared the entire second drop and even kept going until 92%. This run was huge and proved to myself that I could actually do 65 to 100 very soon. Oh my god. However, it was still extremely challenging, and 65 to 92 would be my best run for a while, but I would still consistently get to the ending. Fuck off! My finger looks like someone took a bite out of it. I feel like a small creature wanted to have a little meal. For stream 10, the river re-nerf is back. I moved this spike up. This entire wave got nuked. I nerfed that wave click that I just nerfed before because it's still too hard. I don't know why or how I made this part so hard on stream 2, but you know, we're slowly bringing it back as you can see. The rest of the stream was a whole lot of messing with Triplash. Move this down. On stream 11, I got 65 to 88. Stream 12, I got 65 to 91. And 79 to 100, my new best run to 100. Fucking god, I finally did that to 100. Starting all the way at the Tacos wave. On stream 13, I got 65 to 91 again. Oh my god, again! And 65 to 90. Oh my god, how did I not micro click? And starting on stream 14, I started to become a 65 to 88 plus generator. So I'll just roll the clips. God, I can't with this gap. I could no touch this, but like, now you just gotta do this gap. Oh, that was kind of dumb. The problem with me when I get consistent at verifications is I always doubt the difficulty. It may come from Freemore PTSD, but regardless, that instinct kicked in now that I was doing so well with the hardest part of the entire level, and I made some buffs to the ending. I moved this spike up in the ship before the last wave. I buffed this micro click in the 90 wave, which was god awful, and don't worry, I changed this click the next day to completely remove the extra click and just make it one release, as you can see here. A bit before the second drop, I buffed this mini cube click because why not? And despite all this, I was still sad that this guy at the end had to exist. I expressed this to Ice Cave, and he allowed me to do this. Nice. I want to get rid of it. Oh, this. What did the slopes didn't really do anything? Oh, you want me to just copy paste this? There you go. Another nerf I made at the ending was to the ship because it was showing itself to be a huge choke point. I moved the saws like a step out of the way so you had a little bit more room. And going back to this ball click at 78, it was still free and I had no idea why. Another buff to tacos outside of the wave was this wave click, where I moved the bottom spikes left a step. But with every buff seems to come a nerf, so at 98% I finally nerfed this release because it was and had always been stupidly difficult. The thing is though, I only nerfed it by half a step. That's 2 of the smallest possible increments, and for some reason it just became a stereo madness timing. To this day I never die to it, even though it still looks like this. But I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I suppose the grain of tacos was probably upsetting me a little bit at this point because I nerfed it a bit. I moved this saw up a step, and while I'm here in the editor already, I might as well, just buff the 78 ball click again, right? It's not easy, it is the muscular memory. No, you're right, actually. I guess my muscle memory with that is just really good or something. Bruh, is it just not possible to die there? Like, it might legitimately be impossible. Like, what is the gap when I'm doing it? Like, what is it? It looks like that. Now, some changes to other parts include this mini portal in Cuber being moved and rotated so you don't have to click into it awkwardly anymore and you instead just fall into it. I also moved some of the structures in Triplage to match the hitbox of the spikes instead of just having spikes there that you can barely see. In Burgadaz, I messed with this UFO trying to make it more consistent. Alright, now I think this is the version that we'll be doing 65 to 100 on. Of course, there's going to be a few fails here and there. I got 65 to 93, but yeah, on stream 16, I finally did the run that I had been looking forward to for months, even before I started this. I finally did 65 to 100. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Bro, that's a whole fucking top 20 right there, bro. Just doing this run felt as difficult as a top 20. I mean, I just beaten Edge of Destiny right before this, and it felt harder than that. While I have made changes since then that have made it more consistent, I'm still very happy with this progress so far. If you remember from before, my goal was not only to get 65 to 100 by the end of the month, but also to get to the drop, which is at 25%, just like in Slaughterhouse. And the date is May 27th, so I'm cutting it a little close, but this run is actually a lot easier than I had anticipated, so I thought that there was a good chance I could pull through. I made some nerfs to the pre-drop mini-wave while I was working on the run though. Specifically at the fast part, I made some of the gaps slightly wider, and this top structure at the release into the consistency clicking was moved up. Oh, and off stream I added a small buff to the beginning. I did this to match my click pattern, so it didn't really actually make it that much harder. But I did end up removing the small spikes and just made it the one big one in the middle. And also at the last part of the intro, I moved all of these spikes and saws closer to each other, as you can see in this pic. This was the same night off stream, so I guess I was just on my demon shit that night. Surprisingly, this is pretty much it until I got 27% on stream 18. There was like 0 struggle, and I fluked it from 20, completely skipping any deaths at the consistency clicking. Oh my god, bruh. This brings us to the end of May, making it the complete first month of Grief. My progress includes 27%, 65 to 100, and a whole lot of buffs. I achieved both goals I had set, even if the balancing of them wasn't exactly what I expected. This was a great start to an insane road ahead, and let's just hope I don't lose my mind too quickly. One last thing I want to add before I end this video is regarding the Apocalyptic Trilogy and Vehemence. A lot of you asked me what I think about both of these being a potential competitor to Grief as the next top one. All I'll say is that I can guarantee you this will be the hardest level ever completed when I do end up verifying it. I don't want this to extend past 2024, but I'll do whatever it takes to make sure we get to see this at some point. I guess I can't promise anything, but those are my current thoughts, and hopefully it goes to plan. It's hard to even imagine someone beating a level harder than this, but Trick and Pop-Off are way too good, so you never know with them. And that's about all I have to say about everything. This should pretty much set your expectations for what these progress report videos will be, but still expect them to be a bit more brief in the future. I'm sure I'll get a progress blog very soon, and the buffs and nerfs should also be a lot less frequent. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I see some of you in the month 2 streams. Alright, see you later. Goodbye.